Hey everybody, Hake Hardware here for episode 10 featuring the Gigabyte GTX 970 G1 Gaming. This had an absolutely insane level of dust. As the title implies, if the dust was red, it would have seemed like this thing had run on Mars for years because it was just totally caked in dust. Let me scroll down here real quick to the before photo. You can just see like between some of these fan blades, it's just completely coated. The stress test actually just shut the computer down maybe like a minute or two in, so I couldn't finish that. I did finish the benchmarks. Surprisingly, the benchmarks didn't do terribly, but you'll see in the stress test review just how bad it really got. So this was one of the best performing cards that I've done, hitting 65 frames per second before and 66 after, but that temperature 83, and then we dropped down to 70 degrees Celsius. If we're counting for decimals and stuff, it's about a 12 degrees Celsius temperature drop, which is just amazing. Love to see it. And you can tell, like, even though it did good on the benchmarks, like the stress test will show. And let's just jump through this real quick. We got the blog as usual, just kind of gives you a little bit of background on the card. Really good photo. Oh my gosh, that is pretty bad. Like, you know what's crazy? The listing for this said that it was cleaned and worked like new. So definitely don't trust that. Here we go, close up. No air can get through that heatsink. Absolutely not. The heatsink is totally clogged. It's just terrible. The thermal paste wasn't horrible, but still pretty bad. I'm not sure where they had this, but everything cleaned up really good. Sometimes it looks like there's some dust on in the reflection, and there may be, but overall it's in really good shape. And then there's just like some more information. So we'll skip over media. There's a pretty good amount of photos in here. Feel free to look through if you want to see the gore. Like even these thermal pads, just oh my God. Okay. Stress test. It's exactly what you would expect. We only got about 2 minutes in, and then it just shut off. And what's interesting is you can see like it just getting throttled like crazy, the clock speed dropping, and of course the after cleaning, it's rock solid. Again, after cleaning, temperatures are rock solid, and you can see just the power getting just totally drawn down to make sure that it doesn't overheat. But major throttling. Fan speed, I guess that's the max, 81%. Like I don't know why they don't ever allow the fan to go to 100%. I don't think it would have helped because the heatsink was totally caked. We can see it just like totally crashes out. Yeah, so really interesting benchmarks. We can see there were 84 thermal throttle events before it just died. And we removed all of those with the cleaning. The wattage is significantly higher. That's because it's not actually cutting power to keep it from overheating. And you can see the max power draw is much less and very in line with whenever you see like the max power draw and the average like very far apart, there's likely some sort of problem. Clock speed, of course, is going to be much higher. The max is actually lower, but I mean, if you look at the average, which is what matters, it spiked to 1379 right away and then it pulled back. So average hotspot 90, but it did spike to 96. Cleaning details, maybe mining. I don't think it's ever been cleaned. Abusive level of care. I think that's the first one we've had that's been abusive level of care. I'm happy that I didn't smell any burning. Just 4 thermal pads and thermal paste. Longest GPU cleaning yet, I believe. Lots of isopropyl alcohol, lots of wipes, and lots of paper towels. I've added some new features here so you can see I explain why. So grossness factor 5 out of 10. So much dust on the heatsink, it was basically completely blocked. WTF moments and curse words uttered. So there were some fan screws that were like a big pain to to go back in. And it says not giveaway ready, but this one likely will be up for giveaway. It's in great condition. I think I just toggled something wrong. on the admin side. And leaderboards. Yeah, this one has actually a lot of good. We have a 980 in here, and it beat the 980. So highest benchmark so far, highest frames per second so far. Number one best score gain. I guess that's percent, and then points. So I believe points could be different. You could have someone that has like the highest points, but it's not the highest percentage gain if you get cards with like much higher benchmarks. Best FPS gain. Like there's a lot of firsts with this card just because it was so bad. Um, and then $370, we're adding the MSRP. Oops, the dollar sign is on the wrong side. I'm gonna have to fix that. I've added some new benchmarks here. So we have like frames per second per dollar. So, and that's at MSRP value for kind of like the best value for the card. So for every dollar you spend, you get, you know, that actually doesn't add up. Maybe it's $17 for every frame per second you get. I'll have to just sanity check that and make it more. Best value doesn't really tell me much. You know what actually has like better is if you go to the main leaderboards here, I just redid these and I can already see that I need to fix some of this that's getting overflowed out of here. I tested this, but without it being so small. So I don't know why it's trying to stack these three wide. It's supposed to be just one column. I think it's trying to like responsively resize. So I'll fix that. But as I indicated, I just recently redid this. I've added more benchmarks here. We can see like the lowest frames per second of all the cards we've done is this 650 Ti, hottest GPU. This is actually based on the benchmark score. So we have benchmark indicators, we have stress test performance, and cleaning details. So, most thermal pads is at 980. Yeah, if we look at like benchmarks, the highest score, that 970, this card beat out the 980 gaming. So that's pretty cool to see. And I think the 980 was running well. It's just 970 was killing it. It's just overclocked, I guess. So anyways, check out the general leaderboards. We got the general statistics as well. Let's get to the video. This was a pretty easy card to clean. The Gigabyte cards are always easy. I'm not a fan of like the really thin style fans. I prefer like the EVGA style. I think it's like Asus, MSI, Gigabyte. They all have like the thin fans. Zotac, EVGA, they have like the deeper, thicker fans. Not a whole lot. I do like that they have a backplate on this. I mean, it's a 970, but it's the gaming, the G1 gaming, which I like the logo. And the backplate make the card look a lot better when it's mounted in like the horizontal way. Easy to get things unplugged. The thermal paste looked pretty bad, but it wasn't the worst. The worst thing, like that I saw right away, minus the dust, was the thermal pads. The thermal paste was okay. The only problem with the Gigabyte cards is the metal's really, it's like aluminum or something. It's super thin and easily bent. So in shipping, a lot of times it can bend if it's not padded correctly. Yeah, removing the fan shroud wasn't too bad. Some of these cards, trying to remove that fan shroud is a total pain, but oof, that is bad. This is definitely the worst I've seen. Just completely coated. Wasn't a whole lot to the routing. These are pretty easy. The EVGA cards, or actually the MSI cards, are the worst. They have those really stiff brackets that you have to like bend to get the routing out of there. Gigabyte, super easy, just a few at the bottom, and then that LED. Getting everything rinsed. This was very satisfying. I take a vacuum. It's not in the video, but I took a vacuum and I like vacuumed most of the dust out because it would have made this water black. You can see the heatsink really cleaned up pretty good with just the vacuum, but the soapy water really helps. And then of course the PCB, yank those little caps off, wash those separately, and just scrub it down. So that brush I'm using has really soft bristles, which makes it a lot safer. You don't want something with too hard of bristles for rubbing down any of these parts because you potentially could leave some scratches. And then I go and basically blow off everything, and then I bring this back and I pour isopropyl alcohol all over it just to aid in ensuring that all the water gets displaced like out of those connectors. The power connectors are important too. So I just dump a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in there, like move the board around to kind of like shake some of that water out because the water can pool in certain places. This displaces the water and then the isopropyl alcohol evaporates really quickly. So even if it pools somewhere with the isopropyl alcohol, it's gonna evaporate pretty quick. This is always the worst part. Well, I take it back. It's not the worst part. And anyways, the blower fans are way worse. This is kind of satisfying, but it takes just forever. I've been working on my editing skills, I think. One thing you're going to notice, probably noticed it in the last one, is that I'm putting some music in the background, and that's because uh, the background noise here, my son, who is 9 months old, likes to get a little bit loud and rowdy. So I just put a little bit of music in to drown that out a bit. I know sometimes it's fun listening to the sound of the cards getting cleaned, but um, yeah, just I don't really want that sound playing in the video, so I got some royalty-free music. There's credits in the description of the video, and for the full cleaning, we'll be using that. And then for these videos, I'm probably just going to mute the audio, and you'll just hear me chatting away, explaining some things that I did not like about these cards and how they came apart. Never a big fan of the screws that go into the heatsink, but I can see why like sometimes it's necessary. Okay, we got the fans, the shroud, and the heatsink all together. Time to cut out the thermal pads. Just a really big, thick one, and then said there were 4 of them total, so there they are. And I think I made a mistake. Yeah, so you'll see it probably in the editing. After I do the thermal paste, I put the heatsink on before I put the backplate on. And to put the backplate on, you need to be able to screw down through the PCB board. So you'll probably see me, yeah, you can see the thermal paste kind of like plopped off there for a second, but um, just fix that and then put it back in after all of the screws are in. And then finally getting that heatsink attached. So these cards go back together pretty quick. Just need the I/O bracket. There we go. All the fans spin. I always check because there's many times where I go to spin the fans and there's like a cable in the way or I routed something poorly and the fan doesn't spin. So just kind of like a sanity check. If the fans spin, chances are you put it together correctly. Whew. Yeah, that is rough. That is really rough. I was excited to get this card. I need more cards like this. You guys keep your GPUs too clean. It's actually really hard to find GPUs this dirty. I don't know if it's something with like new cases are better, but it's hard to find a really dirty GPU. Okay, yeah, that's it. This one was a fun one. If you have a dirty GPU that you want to donate, definitely feel free to reach out. Always looking for. All right, I stopped recording, but anyways, if you have GPUs you'd like to donate and see get cleaned on this channel, just reach out. You can do it on X. I have my X account. Please follow it in the description, and I think you can reach me on YouTube. And then also Dirty GPU at hakedev.com. You can also reach out to me there if you have a GPU you'd like to donate and see get cleaned. All of them get donated after I clean them. Don't resell them. I don't keep them. I just give them away. I'm giving them away on Reddit. The Reddit subreddit is PC Master Race, so PCMR. And I haven't gotten a lot of interest, so spread the word. We need to get more people to get these GPUs and put them to use once again, now that they're clean and ready to go. Anyways, that'll be it for this one. I don't even know which card is next, so stay tuned and you'll see.